Okay, so Wubbzy everybody knows about Wubbzy, Widget, Bolton, and Daisy going on wacky adventures around Roselberg, right? Because it's true. The show originally started around season 1 and ended with season 2 with the final episode, Woozy Walden, which, to be honest, it felt kind of sad since one was one of my favorites. But what would happen if Wubbzy made a comeback in an alternate timeline? And this is my own interpretation on how Wubbzy would be something like this. Now, all of you probably have remembered the episode Wubbzy in the Middle, where Widget and Warren get into a big argument and Wubbzy tries to solve everything. Well, in my headcanon, Wubbzy in the Middle would probably be the season 1 finale, right? And maybe it would change some things for some spectators. Like when Widget and Walden finally team up on helping Wubbzy into the ground safely. Well, in the headcanon, Wubbzy would get so mad at Widget and Walden because he didn't like to be in the skies, not to mention his fear of heights, bringing back many bad memories about his past, making Widget and Walden feel puzzled. And then we ended up at a cliffhanger. And this is where season 2, Who's That Girl, starts. And it would start off with Wubbzy still being mad with Widget and Walden about today's events. And it wasn't long until a beautiful girl, who was Daisy at the time, moved into the big city of Roselberg. Wubbzy was kind of nervous on talking to her, since she never had met her before, and so he decides to pluck up courage and decides to talk to her. And after all the other events that happened, Daisy was kind of confused on why Wubbzy was avoiding Widget and Walden throughout the time, and he doesn't want to explain it to Daisy. But Daisy, being annoyed, asks for the final time, and Wubbzy gives up and explains it to her. Then after Daisy realizes what had happened, she decides to solve things in a positive way. And this is where Wonder Wubbzy comes into play. Now, in the headcanon, Widget and Walden would probably be in a pickle where they would test out Widget's new invention, and Widget and Walden would accidentally be flung into the air and caught in a tree. And this is where Wubbzy decides to help them out despite the mistakes that they did to him. And so, Widget and Walden plead for Wubbzy to forgive them, and Wubbzy, with a tearful sigh, decides to agree. And the three of them hug, leaving Daisy outnumbered, until Wubbzy drags her into the big hug, and they all live happier ever after. And then the episode will continue on after that. And if there was a cliffhanger for Woozy Walden, I bet it would continue on the next day, with Walden feeling better than ever, right? And causing Wubbzy and the others to feel happy that Walden had returned, even Widget, until she kissed him, causing everybody to tease Widget and Walden, making Walden blush and Widget as well. And then they would cut off to Wubbzy smiling for the camera saying, "I hope you enjoyed the show, everyone, and I hope we get to see you more on Roselberg. See you later!" And then it shows Wubbzy and all of his friends riding off into the sunsets of Roselberg. And that is how I would fix the Wubbzy timeline. And I know people like me only like the original version because of all the adventures that they had. But in my headcanon, I don't think it's not that bad. But if any of you out there have a perfect headcanon for Wubbzy, let me know in the comments below. Well, and I guess the time has come to end this video. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for an all new video. So yeah. Also, since I'm back at school, I might start pushing some things later, like my gameplays, and I might be doing some reaction videos, but who knows? Only time will tell if I get a better TV, because, well, the TV in my room is kind of old and outdated, so yeah. But I'll do reactions and maybe gameplay videos, so yeah. Well, I hope you understand this news, so see you later, everybody, and have a good day. Bye!